What kind of footprints do you leave behind? On a mountain hike? On a beach? Or what about parks? But what about the carbon footprint you leave behind? So I know you're probably wondering, why should I care about my carbon footprint? Well, first off, carbon footprints are the greenhouse gases emitted through transport, land clearance, manufactured goods, and the like. One contribution of greenhouse gases is the collected wastes in land. Now you're asking, how can we lessen our carbon footprint? Through solid waste management, of course. Solid waste management, you ask? Well, solid waste is the unwanted or useless materials that takes the forms of organic materials, metals, plastic, and hazardous materials. Humans are the main producers of solid waste, and as if it is improperly disposed or continues to pile up in the landfills, it can make a huge impact in the environment and our health. Some processes of waste management are collecting, separating, storing, processing, and disposing of waste. To set examples, listen to Taiwan's story. They are a country with a dense population and limited available space. Because of the structure, their environmental burden is huge and waste produced increased annually due to the improved standard of living. However, in 2001, the country's government created a campaign on environmental education and interventions of policies to minimize waste and to recycle. In 1984, a guideline to dispose urban garbage was drafted and promulgated to address the growing problem of waste being dumped in open spaces. With that, the government set up a 6-year place for garbage disposal and subsidized the local governments for building disposal facilities. 179 landfills were also built, and the disposal rate increased from 2.4 to 56%. Now, the Taiwanese government faced a new issue, the limited space of the landfills. Hence, in 1999, the guideline to garbage disposal was born, which advocated incineration, while landfills became the alternative. After which, 11 garbage recycling incineration plants were built that could process 5,500 tons of waste per day. This decreased the landfill stack-ups. Citizens were also obliged to take out their trash to designated locations at a specific time and toss them in trucks provided by the Taipei City Government Department of Environmental Protection, and approximately 120 tons of recyclables were manually sorted per day. To conclude Taiwan's story, they had drafted and implemented a lot of policies and held programs, built facilities, encouraged incineration, and offered collection services to achieve a healthy and sustainable environment. Want to hear another one? Then let's take a trip to the Netherlands. The Netherlands actually influenced the European Union's policies regarding waste management. In fact, the country is far ahead. Much like Taiwan, the Netherlands lacks physical space, and the country's environmental land was slowly deteriorating, which prompted its government to reduce their waste. Influenced by Lansnick's latter, the Netherlands reduced waste through the recovery of valuable and raw materials and generates energy by incineration. Their Environmental Management Act stipulates a waste management plan every 6 years. The Dutch government's objectives are to minimize environmental impacts from product chains, limit growth in waste generation, and to reduce the environmental impact of waste. The Dutch government aimed to improve their waste management in the direction of material and organic recovery, such as producer responsibility and tax landfilling. Here in the Philippines, the country still practices what developed nations used 20 years ago in regards to solid waste management. The Philippines lacks disposal facilities due to inadequate resources to obtain new technologies. As the government understands that improper disposal of waste can lead to negative environmental impact and health concerns, the Republic Act 9003 was enacted, which provides a comprehensive detail and measure for the solid waste management program of the country. One city in particular continuously upholds the RA 9003, even before the law was written. Marikina City boasts of its practices such as creating the Eco Savers program, which encourages the youth to practice proper trash disposal. The City Environment Management Office ensures the cleanliness of the city by providing color-coded trash bins and strictly implementing their ordinances. Not only
Created using Powtoon.